my mobile mast for 40 and 75 meter ham sticks, and I'm ready to hoist it up. It's really a one-man operation. It's pretty easy. The bracing was all made out of aluminum, and the pipe is fence rail, top rail pipe. Alright, here she is. Okay, this is my portable setup, and when I go mobile I put on a shorter mast to bring the antennas down a little bit more off the roof. But this setup works quite well for me, and you can see I have the mast grounded pretty good. That's half your antenna right there, so got a good ground on the mast. Okay, 40 meter ham stick is still looking pretty good on the analyzer. I wanted to make sure so I didn't get any surprises when I get out Mammoth Cave National Park. But it's looking, 40 meter ham stick is looking good. And let's see, I got some range on it, so it's still under 2 at low end is 7,200, and it's flat at 7.3, so it's a good happy medium. And the 75 meter ham stick is looking pretty good as well. Not very broad banded. Yeah, but we're good under 2 from 39.26 to 38.60 something. But net frequencies 39.09. Let's see what that looks like. 39. Yep, 1.5. I'll take that any day. Hit that with the tuner and it'll be just fine. Yeah, it's Thursday, May 26th, and I just arrived at Mammoth Cave National Park. Well, we're going to have a little show and tell here on the microphones that I use. Looks like an ordinary hand mic, doesn't it? Well, not so. Check that out. It's a Heil hand mic, but not an ordinary Heil hand mic. It's an old Heil with the DX cartridge. And they haven't made this microphone for 15 years or so, but I have a couple of them. I really like them on my Kenwoods. Now, this is my log from last night at Mammoth Cave. And all the call signs that are crossed out, I have already QSL'd them. So I've got a good jump on that. But last night was a good night. 40 meters was pretty hot for me. Anyway, that was roughly 120 QSOs just last night alone. Center at the Indiana Dunes National Park. Thank you. Now there's the back parking lot, Indiana Dunes National Park, and they were kind enough to let me set up here right next to the tree line where the park is. So we're free and clear, and here's the pair of ham sticks ready to go up on the short mobile mast. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. I'm at a rest area just outside of War Road, Minnesota, and the Canadian border is just about 10 miles from there. Lots of rain here, lots of flooding. And some pelicans. Yeah, the visitor center is just I don't know, a couple 100 yards off of where I'm parked. And they said I could camp here a couple days, no problem. Pretty nice. There's the Ice Mobile 4. It's a little breezy out here today. But we're all set up, ready to go. Net starts in about 3 hours. It's too cold to go outside. Cold and windy and rainy, so I'm gonna shoot this from inside. I'm on the right track anyway. Been in Canada now for about 3 hours. And this is Wassa Game and Campground, Riding Mountain National Park in Manitoba. It's not raining for a change. My little campsite. It's windy though. Dropping down for normal use. Yeah, there's the entrance to the park, and I'm camped nearby. And who says Canadians don't have a sense of humor? I'm on Highway 13 West, headed for the park. It's June 3rd, and I'm in Assiniboia, Saskatchewan, about 50 miles from Grasslands National Park. I'll be there later this afternoon. I scout out the area. Well, it's June 3rd, and I just pulled into the visitor center, and it's closed, so I can go find a place to camp and set up. Get on 20 meters tomorrow morning. This is one of the campgrounds at Grasslands National Park, and I'm in the primitive section because they're pretty filled up. It's June 4th, and the 20-meter net's going to start in about an hour. I thought I would show you what I'm using for 20. It's an MFJ full-size 20-meter whip, and you can see I got it strapped to the mirror, and the mast is just sitting on the wheel, on the rim. And I do have it grounded pretty good, and it works. I did make a couple contacts already this morning, but prairie dogs all over out here. Why they don't call it Prairie Dog National Park, but anyway. Okay, there's my 20 or 75 and 40 meter whips. I'll be portable today for the rest of the nets, or tonight that is, so you can catch me then. This is a panoramic view of the campground. Waterton Lakes National Park, on the border of Glacier National Park, Montana. And there's Icemobile Ford. Pretty scenic here, but windy and a little bit chilly. The glaciers are back there in the fog, I'm sure. And some mountain goats decided to pay me a little visit here. A lot of deer running around the park too. And Kootenai National Park share a border, and I've just got into Kootenai now. Kind of noisy out on the highway, but I'm gonna head back probably and do Banff and Kootenai both next couple of days. Yoho National Park, British Columbia, just outside of the town of Golden, British Columbia. My campground's just a few miles down the road, and I'll be set. Busy highway today and all tore up, full of construction. summit of Rogers Pass at Glacier National Park in British Columbia, and a lot of places are closed here because of a late winter. So you can't even get in here. Today is June 11th, and I'm back on Trans-Canada 1 for Revelstoke. And the park is just up ahead a bit. Well, actually, I'm in the park now. This is Washington Pass. Got a little bit of snow up here. Today is June 12th. And I'm nearing the entrance to North Cascades National Park. I'm on Highway 20 West right now. Pretty spacious campsites here. Lots of huge trees. There's the 40-meter hamstick on my tilt-up mast. Sun is pretty bright. I don't know if you can read this. A lot of history here. Teddy Roosevelt era. Obviously, they named the park after him. North Dakota. I just crossed Montana-North Dakota line. Teddy Roosevelt National Park is just a few miles up the road. That is Interstate 94. He's real. He's a big boy. We're just outside of Wind Cave National Park. And there's a couple more buffalo grazing on the other side of the highway. That's something you don't see every day. This guy doesn't seem to care. Sunny day early in the morning. I'm headed to Wyoming-Nebraska border. Pick up a couple of new states for me. This is the Thompson River near the entrance to Rocky Mountain National Park. And there's a town right at the entrance, Estes, Colorado. So we'll have to stop there. Very scenic here. Mother Nature at her finest. Well, I made it. I'm inside the park now. And gonna go look for a place to camp. It's an unusual sign having the park information on the advertising sign. Oh well. I'm on 160 West, about 20 miles from the entrance to Great Sand Dunes National Park. And this is kind of what the scenery looks here off the highway. Great Sand Dunes National Park. Let's see, there's the sand, part of the sand dunes right there. Well, there's the sand dunes, or some of them anyway. That's this park is noted for. Now here we go. We're about to go into Mesa Verde National Park. It's just off of Highway 160 in Colorado. Mesa Verde National Park. And near Cortez is where Four Corners are located. That'll be tomorrow. Pop down to the visitor center and see if I can't get me a camp spot. I'm just outside of Cortez, Colorado, and probably 20-30 miles from Four Corners, but out in the middle of nowhere here. And of course there's this must be an Indian reservation. It's got a big casino, Ute Mountain Casino. Gonna have to try the fry bread that Bruce recommended. As you can tell, it's very commercialized. And the $5 entry fee of last year is now $8. COVID blamed, but I think it's mostly greed. Almost fell there. Well, looks like I got checked in to the 40-meter early net run by Lisa. Whiskey 9, Whiskey Golf gave me a relay. Thank you, Virgil. That 40-meter early net has started. KC1YL is net control. Little noisy out there. It's been worse though.
It's hot in here. I got a lot of windows open. I can't run the air conditioner, and then I can't hear the radio. So, yeah, my generator doesn't work anyway. Ralph's calling the newbies. I wonder who he's going to call next. Kilo Golf 8 Whiskey Lima. Good evening, Ralph. I got the 4-4. You're 5'9", 59. Maximum. KL7JR Mobile. Kilowatt 8 Japan Mobile. 4 corners. Over. Roger. 5 and 9. Parked just off of 160 North, near the Four Corners. They close up at 8 p.m., so you can't park in there. Alpha 1, November Alpha. Good evening, Kirk. Got the 2-2. You're 5'9", 59. KL7JR. Mobile, 4 corners. Roger. Alpha Zero Zulu Papa. Good evening, Frank. Thanks for the call. I got the 5'9". You're 5'5". Nickels. KL7JR Mobile, 4 corners.
if you want rugged scenery, it is here. About 15 miles south of Canyonlands National Park on the park's highway. Capitol Reef National Park in Utah. More scenery of Capitol Reef National Park. Right off of Highway 24. It's a full house here today. Campground is full. Yeah, scenery along Highway 12, and I'm about 30 miles north of Bryce Canyon National Park. It is July 3. This is Bryce Canyon National Park. And it's still on Highway 12. Forest National Park. General store, museum, and t-shirt shop right outside the entrance. And here's the entrance to the park. It's day use only. And I'm over here at the Crystal Forest RV Park. And another museum there, but it looks like it's closed. July 7th, I'm on the Texas Panhandle. A little bit of traffic out here today. Oh boy. Guadalupe Mountains National Park, and I'm at the visitor center. Very impressive here as compared to some of the other national parks I've been to. There's the visitor center.